Alright everybody, welcome. We're here tonight with DIEHARD Racing League's Truck Series, and tonight's race is brought to you by the Snack Cake guys. This is Watkins Glen. Going to be pretty interesting right now. Guys are qualifying. We got a couple times starting to come in, long laps around here. I got Wingnut up here in the booth with me again tonight. Wingnut sounds normal. What's up, brother?
Hey man, how you doing?
Normal as can be, right?
Yeah, about as normal as I'll ever be, that's for sure.
That looks like it's pretty good, man. We were getting some race information from some of the drivers here, and the trucks are pretty evil, from what I hear.
Oh yeah. From what I've been hearing about the guys at the setup they currently have, on entry it is, well, if you downshift too early, the rear end snaps out. Otherwise, it is very, very tight. And then on exit, you get immediate snap oversteer when you hit the throttle. It's to be expected from these trucks, but apparently it's a bit more than people did expect.
Yeah, I'm watching, was it Josh Stewart right now coming down into turn one. And
yeah, looks like Robert Barris coming up the pole.
Yeah, I kind of expected that.
Yeah, and we're going to say it now. We kind of expect Barris to be holding the lead here. He's good on these roads. I wish I was out there kind of racing because he's the only guy I would try and chase. Stewart's going to be fast as well. Brad Spile too, he's always consistent.
I'm just waiting to see who else we got here. Todd Cray's usually pretty quick. I think Seth Schultz might be all right here. See him right now going through the bus stop. Oh, I had a camera set up for the bus stop. I should have got there. Have to remember. So they got a pretty decent amount of fuel, so the fuel really shouldn't be too much an issue. Should be a one-stop race, but tires are going to be the thing.
Oh yeah, I'm willing to bet, depending on what people do, I'm expecting people to cut their stop dead in the center. So 40-lap race, I'm expecting them to pit about 20. You can make fuel, you can probably make about 30 laps on fuel if you stretch it, but your tires are going to be so gone by then, you're not going to want to be in that truck anymore. You're going to want to just put it behind the wall and just go run home and cry. It's just not pleasant. Especially for this track, the left sides get eaten alive. And here's another little trick for you guys as well that I haven't noticed, and I wonder how many of the drivers will notice this. The pit boxes in this racetrack are tricky. You'll see the signs above. We meant to normally park, you meant to park dead on those signs like every other racetrack. That is not the case here. You need to park to the left of it by a bit. Those who have practiced it will know it. Those who haven't will suffer.
Yeah, they're going to wonder why they're in pit road and not getting any service done.
Exactly. You'll be too far right if you park in the normal line. I have done this before. I've made that mistake. It is surprisingly annoying how often it happens.
We're riding along right now with Mike Major on the front bumper cam just to get you some idea of what it's like on this track.
Mike currently going through the S's there. You want to hug the inside there as much as you can, slide to the outside, and you got foot to the floor. Those three corners is all about sacrificing the first corner to make the third corner the best corner possible.
Yep.
I can't wait to see people on the bus stop. The bus stop is a chance to pass, but I mean, both people have to know where each other is, and it tends to end in a lot of incidents.
Ooh.
Yeah, you can see that snap oversteer when he puts his foot down on the throttle. He's got to hold on to it. Doesn't look like it won't hurt his time too bad. He's still good. Ooh, and you see in the end there, going right out to the edge, but you just watch that rear end trying to snap out.
Yeah, and watch right here too through this turn. I see a lot of guys really wheeling it through here.
Oh yeah, if you get it right, you get your foot down on the throttle, you can just power out of it. And honestly, you can go down that corner a lot faster than you think. Ooh, Major's going really tight in entry there.
Yeah,
sorry, it's just
he was really smooth.
Yeah, me being a snubby road driver is going to be sitting there just poking at everything.
Let me see what kind of time does he get put up here.
Second place,
wow.
He managed to get past
that was that really was a good lap by him.
Jason, you can tell when you got good pace.
Yeah, Jason Mullis getting ready to leave the pits right now. He's better hurry up because he's only got about 2:24 left.
He's already got a lap time down, so I think he's not going to be able to do it. But yeah, like you could tell that Mike was going to have a good lap there. He could have got a little bit better if he didn't have that little bit of bit of loose on exit of the bus stop. But that's when you know you're going as hard as possible.
Ooh, Persona all the way through the grass. Didn't wreck it though. This is one of those tracks too, man. You can't race the other trucks around you. You got to race the track. Once you start trying to race the, oh, you see him cut through. Once you start trying to race the guys on the track, it's really hard. And here goes the 10 of Rob Jenkins. He's sitting in 10th right now. Speaking of that, what's up, Judy? How you doing tonight? What's up, Thomas? Yeah, you guys were just at the Glen, I think, Thomas, right? I've seen some posts up there on Facebook about racing up at the Glen.
Yeah, this is probably one of my favorite tracks too, so it's good to see people racing here.
Yeah, I love this track. This really is a good track.
Someday you guys got to run these like Xfinity cars on the full track, because that would be so fun to watch.
Yeah. All right, well, these guys finish up qualify. Let's go to our anthem, and then we'll come back with the grid. So stay around, everybody. We'll be right back.
We are in the land of the free because of the brave. And so we ask by your grace that you would bring them home soon and safe. In the name of Jesus, I pray. Amen.
We're back. Qualifying is over. Guys are getting on the grid right now, so we're going to pull up the grid and we'll run through everybody's starting position. You got Robert Barrison at number 75 taking the pole here tonight, so congratulations to Robert on that. Mike Major, and look at the times, 112.793, 112.834, man, that's really close. And then you got Josh Stewart starting second, starting third, Brad Speidel starting fourth. Seth Schultz is going to start fifth. Adam Nowinski is going to start sixth. Seventh is Adam Matz, and Jason Mull is eighth. Ninth is going to be Cody Franklin, and rounding out your top 10 starting tonight is Rob Jenkins.
Yep, and then we've got the first of the cars with no times will be Todd Craig, then Caleb Thompson, Rusty Farrell, Art Peck, Patrick DeSonia, Adam Lewis, David Camara, and then Bruce Pearson. They all decided not to take qualifying times, or maybe they made a mistake. It happens.
But not too bad. 18 guys out here on the track. That's a pretty good feel for it's kind of a road cars. A lot of guys that run the oval, even in the league that we had, a lot of guys don't like to come out and run. Watkins Glen, Sonoma, bunch of different tracks, you know.
I know the way they feel, because I'm kind of the opposite there. It's fun to watch oval. I'm not exactly a fan of driving it. But you put these cars on a road course, and I am there every time. And look at that, we got a certain someone who sort of appeared in the broadcast booth.
Ah, somebody with a suitcase. He must be going somewhere.
Yeah, he must be. He probably went and forgot a drink or something.
We're inside with our pole sitter, Robert Barris. We'll take a pace lap around with him while they follow the pace car around. But Robert Barris with a good time here to start with. Go kind of back a little bit into Seth Schultz truck. Give you an idea of what these guys will be looking at. Take a look back from Schultz. Look at that. That's such a nice sight right there. Look at all them trucks coming up through.
Mm-hmm. Gonna be fun to watch for sure. This first lap is going to be interesting to watch, especially going to the bus stop. If anyone feels like they're going to be aggressive, it's going to be at the bus stop.
Yeah.
It almost always is.
And you got to make your move going into the bus stop. If you can get on that inside line and get there first and outbrake that driver, then you're in pretty good position.
Yeah, the two best spots to pass, front stretch and the back stretch, essentially. Though this stretch here, not really the back stretch. It's the side stretch, we'll call it. Going up to the bus stop is one of the best spots to try and do it. But that being said, if the driver on your outside is not willing to give you the room, or if he tries to hold the inside, it's not going to be a pleasant experience.
No.
It generally comes out in tears. But the easiest one to do is definitely the front stretch. You can get the pace on the exit. The front stretch going into the first corner is perfect for it. The inside line has all control if you get in there.
Let's go back up. Robert Barris going to be taking the right side. I guess you can call that the inside for the start.
Best place to be.
Yeah. Especially going down into turn one. You should see a lot of guys. There's a lot of guys that are going to swing it really wide through. Once you get past turn one, you get through the S turns. If you can iron that out, it's really not too bad. But those are your first, especially on the starts and any restarts. Those are the biggest trouble spots, man. Turn one and the S turns until everybody kind of finds their spot, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And look at Robert Barris, got the snack cake guys on his truck and up here in the pole. A good way to represent.
Okay, see how he goes in this restart. He's going to have the best position in the entire racetrack for this start. And there's the green.
There we go. We are live here.
Oh, and it looks like I think it's Brad Spottle had a really good start there, but had nowhere to go with it, as he had Stewart on his inside. Looks like Majors and Barris are going to that first corner cleanly. Some people are still going too wide. Looks like Rob Jenkins has gone really wide. They're giving people room.
Yeah, they did pretty good going into one right there.
Everyone's single filed out.
That didn't take long at all.
Mm-hmm. Let's see if anyone's going to try and be aggressive on lap one going into that bus stop. Look at that long line of trucks.
Yeah, that's a great sight. Okay, everybody's getting through. Everybody got through pretty good.
Yeah, no one's really going to be aggressive yet. Oh, hello. Thompson and Desaulniers almost had a bit of a moment. Just Thompson was going a bit slower than Desaulniers expected. Almost went into his rear. We're seeing a few other guys getting close. You've got Todd Cray right behind Cody Franklin. Josh Stewart appears to be closing on Mike Major. We'll see if that continues. Oh, side by side, Desaulniers and Camara. Camara gets past Desaulniers. He actually passed two drivers there. He got past Adam Lewis and Patrick Desaulniers. Looks like we got Cray trying to make a move on Cody Franklin. He's not got the overlap, but he might try and go for a dive. Nope, he's going to back off.
And look at that, everybody nice and smooth going through one.
Oh yeah, one thing you want to do for sure is look after your tires. Don't go crazy. Don't go like going as hard as you can. Try and save them.
Speaking of which,
but come 15 laps, it's going to suck.
Wow, 118 degrees on the track, dude.
Yeah, I know. It's going to get warmer, I think. That's my guess.
But I saw somebody trying to make a pass here. Yeah, it looks like the 21 of Todd Craig gets by the 13 going through the bus stop. Saw him on the inside, and he able to complete the pass.
Oh yeah, it's a little scary when you do it, but it's the best, one of the best places to do it.
Mike Major still holding on to second. Josh Stewart still in third.
Yep.
Right, Spidle right here in fourth. Almost seems like everybody's going slow, but I know it's not slow. It's just the way the camera's picking it up. Here goes the 21 of Todd Cray. Was he looking on the 35 of Mullis going down here in the one? And he'll take it easy right through, no problems.
And notice how Mullis is staying on the road there, but Cray's going off for that runoff. That runoff is perfectly fine to use. It's not always the fastest way of doing it. So it's not like you're gaining any real advantage out of it. It's just a different line taking that corner.
Yeah, and sometimes you just need that little bit of extra room when you're trying to get by somebody.
Here's the fun thing about it, though. If you watch that corner, the camber changes back. You're pretty much sitting on like a really flat pyramid when you hit that that berm in the middle.
If you ain't
If you
ready
stay on
for
the
it.
inside, if you stay on the inside, you can keep your foot into it, no worries, and it will bite and just drive safely. But if you go on that outside trying to gain more speed, it gets really unhappy with that. It gets loose. You might have gained a bit more speed on entry, but you might have lost it on exit. It's honestly one of my most favorite corners to be in a race because there's so many different options you can take.
Now
Personally, I prefer staying inside the lines.
looking back at Art Peck and Bruce Pearson, they're kind of off the pace here. A little bit further back. Adam Lewis also. Rusty Farrell, kind of taking it easy. And we got side by side the 72 of Camara and the 10 of Rob Jenkins. Side by side as they head into one. And look at that, we may have a double pass here because the 93 of DeSonia was looking also.
Well, if he can get a good run here, nope, he's going to be too wide there. He's going to give up a little speed. You got to hug that second corner just right and get your foot down and exit. You can see him just getting, he's watching Rob Jenkins just drive away. And look at Adam Matz and Todd Craig. Craig's now right behind Matz. And he's right on his rear. Matz is going to give him the inside line. That's going to let him pass easily. Normally the carousel there is not really a passing zone unless you can manage to steal the inside from him. That's going to move Todd Craig. Craig started in 11th. He's now going to be in 7th position.
Yeah, he's moving up pretty quick.
Forward.
And if you look at Robert Barris and Mike Major, he really hasn't slipped away. I thought Robert Barris would be in a different zip code right now.
Yeah, well, it looks like Majors is really solid here. This is a favourite track for a lot of drivers, so maybe this is one that Major likes. Also, watch Josh Stewart that lap. In the exit of the final corner, he almost touched the outside wall. He went a little too tight on entry, so... And to be careful, if you do it wrong, you're going to either eat up your tyres or eat up the front left of your car. Oh, and Cody Franklin is taking turn 1 ridiculously wide. He's definitely going to lose pace out of that. You might actually see... we might actually see Caleb Thompson catch up to him. If Thompson can get a good run here. No, not at all. And they look far away, but if you've got a really slow run in the exit of 1, you can actually get caught up really, really quickly. You can lose up to a second, depending on how bad your run is.
Just watching Cody Franklin right now going through the carousel.
So the guy to watch out for at the moment is going to have to be Todd Craig. He's moving up still rather quickly. Let's see if he can catch Nowinski this lap, see what his pace is like.
He was a little bit slower the last time by, but I think he's closing in on him though. See what they got coming across the line. There goes Craig. Look at that. Nowinski a little bit faster.
Yep. I'll have to see if Craig's maybe got some more pace, or if that's maybe as much as he's got. He could be trying to save as well. He's in a good position to do so.
And look at Schultz.
Schultz. Yeah.
He's starting to close in on Spital right now.
Oh yeah. And he's going to get the draft. He's already gotten pretty close. He got a better exit at turn of 1. He's not going to catch him this lap, but if he can keep that up. You notice how Schultz is going way more conservatively into the bus stop. And you can see
look
why.
at the closing rate right here at the carousel.
Spider managed to made a big mistake on that bus stop. He went way too hot and went straight out to the exit on the second left-hander.
That was a good pass.
That's not where you want to be.
Yeah, that was a good pass by Schultz right there. He definitely took advantage of that.
Mm-hmm. The best line for the bus stop is the straightest line you can manage. The same thing with the bus stop on the Roval. The fastest line is the straightest line, but it's also a bit more dangerous too.
Yeah, I found that out.
So did I. Doesn't mean I'm not going to do it again, though. I'm too silly for that.
So look at Robert Barris right now out here. 6 laps led, started on the pole. He's got about 1.2 over Mike Major, who started second. Mike Major's still running some pretty decent times out here. Josh Stewart still holding on to 3rd. Now we got Seth Schultz up here in 4th, and Brad Spital back in 5th. And we're starting to see a little bit of a separation now from some of these drivers. David Camara right here in the top 10, and that number 72. Hey, guys are really being conservative through that bus stop. Normally, you see guys flying all over the place, man, through the grass, up against the rails, you know.
Looks like, I think Barris might be separating a little bit from Mike Major there. Last lap he was a little bit faster. He's going to be the same this lap, I believe. So either Major's being a bit more conservative, or it looks like Barris has just found even more pace.
And I'm watching right now Mike Major and Josh Stewart. Because Josh Stewart, well, he lost no, he's actually gained a little bit of time to him.
Stewart was sliding through turn 1. You can tell Stewart is throwing it around. I mean, you can get a lot of pace out of that, but I'm willing to bet after 15 laps, Stewart's tyres are going to be screaming at him.
Yeah.
If Majors can just keep his pace going... Oh, Stewart had to let off the throttle there. He's gonna lose out to Mike there, I believe.
Yeah, he went back to about 8/10 right now, so he's definitely lost a little bit to him. I'm looking back here. Oh, never mind.
He did a better run on the bus stop though. And you got to be careful with it. If you go too hot, like it's tempting to push harder. But you're watching Josh Stewart get compared to Mike Major. When Major's on turn 1, he stays within the lines, no worries. But Stewart's throwing it in there.
Yeah, and if you watch Stewart's truck, I mean, you can see him. That truck is like not sideways, but it's lean. It's like rocking side to side, you know.
Exactly. Yeah, he's pushing as hard as he can.
Like
Let's just see if he's gained. I think he might have gained back on Majors here. Oh, hold on. Have to wait and see. Not the best exit there.
Let's go down into turn 1 and watch. Here comes your leader, 2nd place, 3rd place. Here comes Seth Schultz, Brad Speidel, Nowinski. Here comes Cray and Matz, Mullis and Kamara. A lot of guys kind of taking a little bit easy going through. Let's go back up here to Mike Major. He's about, right now, 1.4 behind Barris. Barris still holding a pretty good lead.
He's keeping that car safe for sure. He's not throwing it around like mad, but he's definitely going to be gaining time. You see him, like he's going really, really smoothly too. He's barely even hitting the curbs.
And usually he's known for throwing this thing around, so he's really doing it different than what we're kind of used to.
I guess. I mean, I'm used to seeing him on the road courses. He's fast, but you can see him. He's well within limits. He's not throwing it around at all. He knows what he needs to do. You see there, like he doesn't touch the inside curb at all. He's just going to ride the outside curb. It's perfectly fine to do that. Like he's getting it just absolutely pitch perfect every corner. And look at Josh Stewart now. He's right behind Mike Major. I thought Seth was going to catch Josh Stewart, but I think he just messed up turn 1. Look. No, I don't think so. We just lost some pace there, unfortunately.
Inside with Stewart right now in the gyro cam. Going through carousel. See him cranking that wheel. This turn coming up right now, you see a lot of drivers overdrive this, and they usually end up into the grass and the sand. Oh, just like I said, Oof. He almost went for a ride.
No, see, he didn't actually touch the grass there at all on the outside. He just braked too hard and downshifted too early. Put those two things together, and he might have changed the brake bias as well. If you downshift too early, the rear end steps out really bad.
Who's kind of close out? Let's take a look at Kamara. Kamara's not too far behind Jason Mullis right now, and that's for 9th place. Jason Mullis at 35 sitting up in 9th. Kamara at 72 sitting in 10th. Who can outbrake who? Both of them with a pretty good line. Kamara a little bit wider.
I think Brad Speidel might be starting to catch Seth Schultz a bit. I don't think he's catching him much in lap time, but it looks like he is getting closer. His lap times are still, maybe he's just been that close the whole time.
Look at Rusty Farrell and Rob Jenkins.
Yeah, and also Jason Miles and David Camara getting close together as well.
Yeah.
Camara spiked since past the last lap, so maybe Miles had a bad lap. Looks like Miles is going to let him by.
And look at that,
Fight over there.
gone. Watching this little battle here between Rob Jenkins and Rusty Farrell as they get to the bus stop. Running pretty similar lines. Jenkins a little bit closer there to the right, almost into the grass. But Jenkins got some damage on the back of that truck.
Yep, I don't know if it's Rusty that gave it to him, but he's definitely got some rear end damage. I don't know if it's going to affect him too bad, but it's definitely not going to make the truck feel pleasant. Just something you just got to adapt to, unfortunately.
Oh,
Trying to see if I can find it.
wow.
Huh, hold on. Art Peck and Patrick DeSaulnier are in the pits. Did we miss them crashing?
Unless they're just doing a quick pit early.
Oh no, DeSaulnier missed the second to last corner, went flying out into the dirt. That was a few laps ago, actually. I don't know how we missed this. But way out there. I think Art Peck had his own incident. No, he's fine. Who else was I seeing in the pits? Oh, and Cody Franklin into the inside wall, and it looks like Adam Lewis is
42, Adam Lewis. Back that up real quick, see what happens.
That was two separate incidents entirely. They had nothing to do with each other. Adam Lewis just absolutely lost on turn one, tried to save it, overcorrected, started wiggling off the road. He managed to hold on to it.
Ooh,
and Cody Franklin just too hot on exit, put his foot down too hard on exit, and that's it, she gone.
We'll go back to Adam Lewis coming into turn one here.
So two totally separate incidents just happened to be nearby each other at the time.
Well, Lewis didn't hit anything, so he should be in pretty good shape still. Just a little bit of tires, you know?
Exactly, the tires will not be... Whoa, what in the world?
Look at Josh Stewart. He is right there knocking on the door right now.
Oh no, I found what happened to Art Peck. Oh no. His lap 9 going into the bus stop. He was behind two other drivers. He braked a bit too hard. He started letting go. The front right touched the wall, and at that point it gets slingshotted him. He was done. Oh yeah, that's an unfortunate end. Looks like Patrick DeSaulnier now right behind Rob Jenkins. Both of their trucks pretty bent. Rusty Farrell getting past. Looks like Cray and Matt's are not closing, but they are sitting towards pretty close to each other still. And Brad Spiral, I believe, is definitely catching Seth Schultz at this point. I'm not crazy. I'm not insane. I'm pretty sure that's happening.
Yeah, and even Josh Stewart and Mike Major, I mean, Stewart was right there on his back bumper prior. He got a little bit of space in between them. See who can outrun who through the S-turns and the bus stop here, because he seems to close in on him going up through the S's. They ran a really close time. Yeah, not too bad. See, he's got control over their truck a little bit better going through the carousel here. It's like almost identical lines. You see the 22 Stewart just a little bit wider. Meanwhile, Barris checking out with a 3-second lead. So unless Barris really makes a mistake, man, he's going to be a tough guy to catch.
I'm watching Seth Schultz and Spartle at the moment.
Stewart's coming in.
Is he?
Yep, Stewart's going into the pits, so he's going to get in there and get some fuel and some tires.
I don't blame him, to be honest. He's really cooked him. He needs to try and be a bit safer on the next run with him. Look after him a bit. I'm 90% sure you can easily make this on a one-stop strategy. Maybe he's going to try and go for a two-stopper, go for maximum speed. Don't know if that's going to work, but we'll have to see how it goes.
Yeah, the problem is without a full caution, it's really hard, man, to come in and gain all that time back. Only
like the laps are a minute 13 before, like when we at the start on full tires. Now Barrett's doing 1:15s. He's only 2 seconds a lap slower, and it's only been like 14 laps. There is no way Stewart can catch with a two-stopper.
Barrett's just getting by Adam Lewis in that number 42. So Adam Lewis going a lap down. Next driver in his scope is the 3 of Bruce Pearson, and he can see him. Bruce staying out. About 15 laps on those tires. I hit the wrong one. I want to see the weather. About 117 degrees now on the track, man. That's hot. Almost like Georgia weather.
Yeah, it's going up and down a little bit, but it's definitely just scorching hot. And I say, Mike Major's done it really well. I thought he was going to lose out to Robert Barris, but honestly, he's been managing to hold on. In fact, last lap he gained a second.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's back down to about 2 seconds. He was 3 seconds behind.
So Barris must have had a moment where they lapped car, might have slowed him down. Let's have a look, see if we can see it and find out. Oh, hold on. Is that hit here? It might have... No, hold on, that's next lap. Never mind. Don't mind me. I'm trying to spot it. Barris did have an interesting turn one.
I guess Steve must have packed his bags, huh? I didn't hear him. I thought I saw his light up. Maybe he was having trouble with his microphone or something.
Yeah, he said he couldn't get it working, so he went to go cook dinner. Can't blame the guy if he can't get it working. There's no point sitting there and complaining about it. Robert Barris into the pits, lap 16.
Yeah, Mike Major gonna go to the lead. Let's see. Let's drive on the pit road with Robert Barris and see if he knows about the pit signs.
I'll have to wait and see. He's pretty close to the right, but he might be all right.
Oh yeah,
Oh, he got it. Good.
So that puts Mike Major up here, going to get himself a lap led. Seth Schultz going to be sitting in second at the moment. And Schultz really separated back from Spital right now. Then you got Nowinski over there in fourth. Cray sitting back here in fifth. Adam Matz in sixth. Let's see where our leader comes out as opposed to these guys. So Barris right now going into the bus stop. And see what kind of time he puts up too. He's got fresh tires on here, so wow, you see the 22 right behind him, Josh Stewart, man. That truck just looks like it's really slick.
Yeah, Stewart is going to be pushing it like crazy.
What's up
Stewart's
there,
a great,
Mr. Mike?
great driver. He's got all the pace in the world. He just needs to every once in a while just chill it a little bit. You can always watch him throwing those trucks around all the time. It's glorious to watch, but after a while, the truck doesn't like it anymore.
Let's see if we can get a view of his hands. Yeah, we're inside with Josh Stewart. Let's see if we can watch that wheel for a minute here. Seems like almost when we get inside with somebody, it's like they know we're there, and they kind of get a little crazy.
We'll have to watch how he goes through the bus stop for sure. You see Barris ahead of him just slowly pulling away, and that would drive a man mad.
Well, Barris especially, well, it's only 2 lap fresher tires, but Barris had a lot of speed so far anyway.
He went to the bus stop pretty well. I think he probably cut that second left, the first left a bit too tight. But that's alright, he still that won't cost him much at all. Get the power down, go right to the outside, keep it down, go, go, go.
And Mike Major's still staying out. He's going to put some laps on there.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm 90% sure you can do a one-stop strategy here, and it's going to be better than two-stopping it. Unless, perhaps, actually, Barris might be doing a one-stopper as well. He might just pit it early for it. See Barris now alongside Cale Thompson. Thompson going to fight this? No, he's not.
As they come down into one, Barris does complete it.
And now here comes Josh Stewart as well.
like Thompson's truck. It's a nice looking truck like that.
Yep. Good paint job for it for sure. Just see Barris just closing in.
Look at Stewart as they get out of the bus stop into the carousel. He is right there. He's going to cut it to the inside.
Yep, looks like Thompson's going to give it to him. I don't blame him. It's hard to hold a fast car behind you, especially when you're barely holding on.
That's why, like, when I get on this track, I don't really race the cars or trucks around me as hard. I kind of race the track, because once I start racing them, I end up in the grass, you know, because it's so hard. You lose concentration, or you over brake, you know. Try and run it in really hot and slam on the brakes and find yourself sideways somewhere. I'd rather just give it up and hope I can keep enough pace. But Major's still out, getting ready to run through the bus stop. Schultz in second, quite a ways back. We're back here to Rob Jenkins right now in 11th. So far, we've only had a few guys come into the pits. Robert Barris, Josh Stewart, Todd Cray, and DeSolmier. All these other guys still out on the first set of tires.
Yep, Thompson's going past Adam Lewis right now. I think Lewis is currently a lap or two down. Barris going past Jason Mullis, so you can see he's just flying at the moment. That being said, though, I believe he's on the same lap as them, so this is these are actual passes right now.
Yeah, he just got himself up to 6th.
Mike in the pits. This is really interesting.
Right, so Schultz
Lap
going to go up to the lead. Yep.
See if Mike can do the pit stall correctly if he knows. Looks like he's hanging a bit to the left. He might be alright. I don't know. Nope, he's good.
Yeah, he's got it. And here comes Barris, just got by him. Schultz right now out front. Nowinski's sitting second. I'm sorry, Spidle's sitting second. Nowinski third. Spidle not too far back from Schultz.
Yeah.
Schultz a little faster that time by, but looks like Spidle might be closing in. It's about 1.4.
The gap between Mike and Nate right now and Robert Barris is just massive.
Pearson just coming out. Go back to where we at? Wallace. Where did Wallace start? Started 8th. Run through the top 10 real quick. Todd Cray started 11th. He's in 10th. Mike Major started 2nd. He's currently sitting 9th. Caleb Thompson started 12th. And he is up in 8th. Adam Matz, he's getting into his stall, so that's going to change. Josh Stewart started 3rd. Barris started on the pole. He's up in 4th. And he's got, how far to Nowinski? Not too far, right? No, Nowinski's just going through the carousel. He's got somebody in between them.
Well, looks like we got Rusty Farrell going in the pits as well. I think Franklin's in there as well. Matt Ball's just leaving the pits. I'm curious to see when Seth pits. I think he might do it this lap. It's 22, but he might try and stretch it a bit more. Nope, he's going to keep going.
He's going to keep going. Vital going to keep on going too.
Yeah, he's only about 1.6 seconds slower than his best lap, so it's not hurting too bad. But I mean, at this point, you can just cut it in half and get his fresh tires now rather than running on older rubber. But hey. Maybe he's going to I don't think he'll do it, but maybe he's going for like a nose stopper. I don't think it's even remotely possible. It'd be funny to see someone try.
Watching DeSolmier, he just had to back up and come in a little bit. I think he's having a little bit of trouble in the pits. I'm going to get a good camera. There we go. Watching Schultz, your leader right now. He's got 23 laps on those tires. See if he's going to bring it in this time or not. He still has Brad Speidel right there behind him, about 1.5 seconds back. See if Schultz is going to bring it in or not. I think if he comes in, you think Speidel's going to stay out the lead a lap, or he's going to come in with him?
I'd probably just go in. The lap lead's not
Here
going to
comes
win.
Schultz.
I don't think he could really see it in time. So yes, Schultz is going in.
Speidel now going to go to the front.
And here's the thing: you watch Barris now on the front stretch. He's going to be passing Schultz in the pit. So see how much Seth might have lost or gained from that. Stewart's going to go past as well.
And look at the time difference between Speidel and Barris. 1:16 for Speidel and 1:14 for Barris.
Oh, Speidel had a rough entry through the S's there. He's going to lose a lot of pace this lap.
Watching Barris from his windshield, see when we can actually see Speidel up there. That was pretty smooth through the bus stop there, even through the carousel. It seems like he's got it pretty tuned in. And I think he can start to see him now.
Mm-hmm. Oh yes, Barris can definitely see Speidel ahead. I think Speidel's gonna. I think he's gonna pit this lap. He's got it. Yep. No, never mind.
No, he stays out.
He was really slow on the inside there. I was thinking maybe he was gonna do it. No, he's not. He continues on.
Let's see. Here comes Speidel right now into one. So that's Speidel going by. He's your leader, and here comes Barris, second place, not too far behind. And Stewart in third, and that was Rob Jenkins in 11th. And look at Barris, 1:14 as opposed to Speidel's 1:16. It's back in fifth. Todd Cray back in sixth. Adam Matz right here in seventh. And where is that's Nowinski right behind him. And Nowinski still hasn't come into the pits. Well, no, he might. It's showing that he did, but it's not showing that he pitted though. Weird. This thing is crazy.
Here comes Speidel.
Speidel going in, so it's going to go right back to Barris.
Kind of curious between Joshua Stewart and Mike Major's times. It looks like Majors is about half a second faster than Joshua Stewart currently. Hopefully he can keep that up so we can gain back up to him, because you can just see him up ahead, but that's a long way to go.
He's probably hoping for Stewart to make a mistake at this point. Try to get the chopper real quick. You look at that 22, and that truck is all over. You can see it rocking.
He's throwing around like he always does.
But right now we still have the 28 Nowinski. According to this, it's showing he's got 4 laps on those tires, but it's not showing that he pitted. So I'm not sure why it didn't pick him up on there. But looks like everybody has come into the pits, and can't imagine why it's not showing him that he came in. He had to have come in.
I'm pretty sure he came in.
I'm just curious why it's not showing them in the pit. You know what I mean? Like here on my scoreboard, it shows like Adam Lewis pitted twice, Art Peck pitted twice, the rest of the guys pitted once, but Adam Nowinski still got the big fat 0.
I'll go have a look-see for you. Let's see if he pitted at some point. Hold on. You might be right. I'm not seeing a slow lap at all.
No?
Has he not pitted? Oh, to be fair, we thought it was about 28 to 30 laps on a tank of fuel, so he still might not have pitted yet. Give him a bit longer.
I gotta watch another lap with him too and see if it changes, because right now it's showing on the stint 5, so I want to see if that changes next time he crosses the line. Maybe the scoring stopped for some reason. But meanwhile, Robert Barris out front, Josh Stewart, let's see, Josh Stewart 2nd, Mike Majors 3rd, Seth Schultz 4th, Todd Craig 5th, Adam Nowinski 6th, Brad Spidle 7th, Jason Mullis 8th, Adam Matz 9th, Caleb Thompson 10th. All right, so he's got 5 on the stint. Let's see, he's got around the carousel. He'll be coming up to the final turn and crossing the start-finish line soon. And we'll see if that changes to 6 or not. Doing a real good job considering how pushy they said these trucks are.
Yep, tight in, loose out, but also like it's kind of weird. Like you're tight in until you downshift too early. Then all of a sudden it's remarkably loose. It's honestly these things are a handful, man. Like they're absolutely crazy.
They changed, so it must be scoring them. But look at Spido closing in on him, and Spido with a 113, Nowinski with a 114. So Spido definitely a little bit faster. Let's jump in the front nose with Spido here as he closes in on Nowinski. And that is for 6th place. Right now we're at Spido in 7th.
It's like Spidle right behind Nowinski. So Nowinski's trying to get the thing going.
And look at Spido like he wants to peek down onto the inside on him.
You'll probably get him on the front stretch unless he wants to try here. This is not the best place to try and pass, but you can do it.
And then he's got Todd Cray right in front, so that's 3 drivers for position right there, 5th, 6th, and 7th.
Has Cray pitted?
According to this, yes.
Yeah, he has. Now here we go. I think Spider's going to have him here. Then we get a bit of a wiggle. Spider might go for the dive. Yep.
Yep, gonna take it on the inside. Let's see, through 1.
Yeah, he does it right. We'll see if Nowinski's going to try and cross him over. Spider goes way wide.
Yeah, look
He's
at
a lot of pace.
Oh.
Nowinski's going to let him go by.
Yeah, he decided to back out of that. Pretty good move.
Oh, yeah.
That would have been definitely been something.
Nowinski getting loose on the S's as well.
So we'll watch Spido now. He's a little bit faster than Todd Cray at the moment. He's got a lot fresher tires, and look at him. He really gets right up to the back bumper. Gonna take the inside, and he'll get by. So that's gonna move Spido up to 5th. It says 11 laps to go. It seems like, wow, it's over already, but that's 11 long laps.
Oh, yeah.
But meanwhile,
Only a 40-lap race. This track is both long, but it's also short as well. Like when you're racing, it feels like forever until the last 5 laps show up, and you're like trying to catch the guy ahead of you.
And then it's like, oh man, I ran out of time. Look at Robert Barris looking back. He is not seeing anybody behind him. Look forward as we ride with our leader. It looks like we lost Camara and we lost DeSaulnier. Watch Barris, we're inside with him. Watch him going down in the 1 here. Pretty good.
Yep, he's doing it just right. And look at Stewart. He's going a little bit slidey in the entrance of turn 1, but he's held on to it. If he can continue doing that, he won't lose any pace at all.
Yeah, he's just slamming that thing around. And you can see, like, even going through the S, you can just see how that truck rocks, like, back and forth, man.
Oh, and still went way too aggressive into the bus stop that time.
A little bit of a hop, too. Mike Major through the bus stop.
Best way to tell if you've made a mistake at the bus stop. If you've gone all the way to the outside on the second left-hander, you've made a mistake.
Yeah.
You want to hit the apex.
You kind of went in a little too hot.
Exactly. We all do it at some point, trying to find more pace, and it's just like, oh wait, no, this is wrong.
Mike Major seems like he's pretty steady. We're inside with him right now, coming out of the final turn, and he's got it pretty, like, even if you listen to him in the throttle, he sounds pretty solid. Watch him coming down into 1. There was Stewart, and there he goes. Listen to the tire scrub through the S's, man. Yeah, I gotta say, for a road course, this is probably one of my favorites. And it's probably just because I raced on here so many times. I know the track pretty good.
Oh yeah, it's one of the tracks we've all driven so many times. It just feels right. Just everything you look at, it's like, I know how to do this corner. I know how to go there. It's just, you know, people are making mistakes or doing things correctly. It's just awesome to watch.
And even when you do the boot, you know, we've done the boot with the Cadillacs and the Corvette. And,
so fun.
You know, once you do that, because you're not used to, like, we were running without the bus stop, so you come straight flying into that carousel. And the first couple times you do that, dude, you ain't stopping. You definitely are not stopping. You got to remember where it is, and, you know, we're so programmed to go through that bus stop. And you hit that straightaway, you come flying, and once you pass the bus stop and you realize that, like, yo, I got to slow down and turn, it's over.
I still remember trying to learn the bus stop. The first time I did it, I went straight through it at full speed and into the outside wall. I was like, oh, okay.
Did you?
Yeah, I didn't realize you kind of had to slow down a little bit.
But you did good on the Roval, though, man. You taught me how to get around there.
I love that track. I love it too much now. Like, this and the Roval are my two favorite tracks now. Yeah, it could just be because you guys seem to actually drive these oval cars there, and I mean, these cars are better than a lot of other cars in the series for sure for racing roads. It's a lot more like personal input rather than getting a perfect setup and going around with that, you know?
Yeah. Watching Josh Stewart right now, he's got the 3 of Pearson in front of him, and it's kind of slowing him down a little bit. I wonder if that's going to let Mike Major close in for second now.
Yeah, it's a little awkward, but Pearson will get by. Mike Major is caught up. You can actually see him up ahead. Let's have a look. Major was at 15.1 this lap. 50.2, and it looks like Stewart's at 15.8, so 6 tenths slower. He is definitely gaining on him. He's got another 6 laps to make that work, but honestly, that gap might be a bit too insurmountable. He's got about 3 seconds gap between him and Stewart.
Well, Stewart has to make some serious mistakes here at some point.
Remember that Stewart did pit rather early.
Yeah, Stewart's got 19, Barris got 17, Mike Major got 13, Spido's only got 8. So Spido right now with the freshest tires out there, and he's sitting 5th.
Yeah, he might have a bit more pace later on, but I think he might have waited a bit too late. His car is going to be coming to life where everyone else's tires are already gone, and the race will be over. Oh, I just heard something from Mike Major. Oh, Major's thanking Bruce Pearson letting him pass. So next stop for Mike Major is Josh Stewart. Barris up ahead is still just flying away.
Yeah, Barris is checking out right here. He doesn't make any mistakes. I think he's got this one in the bag. Who was that he just passed? Is that the 95? Where did I go? I'm sorry, there was a 36 of Art Peck. Art Peck let him go right on by. Art Peck right now sitting in 14th. Some damage on the nose of that truck, so he probably not too happy with some of the rails here. Rido coming down the front stretch. Nowinski right there behind him, and then looks like Jason Mullis and Todd Cray, and then Adam Matz, yeah. We got some guys, we might have something after a little bit here for 6th, maybe 5th through 9th or 6th through 9th. Meanwhile, Schultz kind of by himself out here still, sitting in 4th.
He's having his own race. The 116.1 for him. I don't think he's going to be catching Mike Majors, unfortunately. Mike Majors is still currently faster than him. Spider behind, though. Spider might end up catching. Spider is about 6 to 7 tenths faster. That being said, though, he is about 7 seconds back. So that's going to be, he's going to have to really pull the lead out to make that work.
We're at 5 laps to go. Stewart, Major. Let's watch these guys for a little bit. We'll throw up the 2-car. Because you look, Majors, looks like the gap is closing in just a little bit. Like there's some parts where he'll start gaining, and then there's a couple parts where he loses. I don't know if it's Stewart just throwing it a little bit faster. But if you watch him right
Stewart's
here,
absolutely using everything up at the car for sure. Major, I think he's just playing nice and cleanly. That being said, though, he's real close.
yeah, he's definitely closing in. We're at what, 1.9?
Wow, last lap, Stewart was a full second slower. What did he do?
Yeah.
Oh, turn 1, he got real loose on entry. That probably cost him a lot of time. And now he's going to have Mike Major behind him. Once again, a second and a bit faster. So Majors is definitely almost within striking range. Another lap and he'll be right there ready to go. So we might see Mike Major in 2nd place. Look at that. You see Stewart loose on the exit of the S's there. Absolutely pushing it.
The Major was fast. He started 2nd. And look at him through the bus stop. He's right there now, putting the pressure on the 22 of Stewart. Looking back, looking him to the inside.
That's going to work there. You might try the inside.
Stewart's going to hold on.
I wouldn't do it in this corner. No, this is not the corner to pass. Front stretch is where you're going to want to do. He's going to get a really good run on the exit. He's got a perfect run on the exit of the final corner to make this work. Oh, you see Stewart, he's sliding it up. This might be right for Major. He's going to put his foot down. And Stewart's going to go defensive.
Yeah, Stewart's going to take the inside line on this one.
That's all right. He's going to take the outside, see how these guys go. The outside line isn't really the best to do, but if he gets power down, he might have a chance. Oh, wait, that's still alongside. I think.
Oh, that's it. Wow.
Stewart gave it up.
I think he knew that he wasn't going to hold him off. Wow, look how close Stewart gets to the wall, too, man. That's just crazy.
So I think Stewart's going to try everything he's got, but I think at this point his tyres are just too cooked and Major's going to be able to start driving away from him. That being said, Major went really wide there on that exit there.
Yeah, it seems just kind of running through the grass.
Yeah, like you can definitely tell you've gone a little bit too hot in that corner. Either way, though, I think he's just going to have too much better rubber for Stewart to catch up, and Mike Major will probably hold 2nd place at the end of this race. Fortunately, I don't think Speidel and Schultz will be fighting out in the last laps, unfortunately, because Speidel is still about 7 seconds back.
Yeah, we're going to be 2 laps to go this time as the leader crosses the line. So Robert Barris with 29 laps led, started on the pole, got back up here to the front. Takes the 2 to go. Yeah, Mike Major's starting to put a little bit of time in between these guys.
And Stewart trying again on turn 1. He trying to find more pace, but the moment he did, he went way, way wide on the exit of 1. Well, not able to put his foot down through the S's either. His tyres are giving up. So I'm really it's really awesome to watch how Mike Majors is driven today, and same with Robert Barris as well, of course.
Yeah, Mike Majors.
It's always glorious to watch someone like Stewart go hell for leather the entire race, but it's also good to watch someone who's able to pace themselves just right.
And Stewart dropped back for a little while too, and he worked his way back up to second.
He pitted early, so you had all those extra laps at the start to make up all those paces. But of course, you know, what you gain early, you lose late. So he had a good early run, but then he gave up. Fortunately, he just couldn't keep holding on to it.
We're coming to the final lap. He's riding with Robert Barris right now as he crosses the start-finish line. So if he can get these next 400 turns correct, he'll make it. He'll take it home. And Mike Major, look at him, man. Really good run for him. We gotta remember to ask him too. Is he a road course guy, or does he just like this track?
Oh yeah.
And I still got time to go grab a bite to eat. I am beat, man. I am beat.
Oh yeah.
So not too bad. Mike Major gonna hold on to second. Looks like Josh Stewart so far is gonna hang on to third. And meanwhile, Robert Barris checking out. $30 laps. He'll have 31 laps left when it comes to the checkered flag. Ran a pretty good race here, man. Pretty stellar. Very smooth. And down the front stretch, get that checkered flag. You're going to have Robert Barris take it home here at Watkins Glen. Congratulations, man, for Robert Barris. Let's check out Mike Major crossing the line. He'll have a couple seconds over Josh Stewart, who's going to finish third.
Yeah, Stewart scraped in the outside wall on the exit of the final corner too.
We got Schultz getting ready to come through the final turn. He'll do fourth. Not a bad run. But here's your winner, Robert Barrison at number 75. 31 laps led. Got that truck looking pretty good. Tonight's brought to you by the Snack Cake guys. Look on the side of his truck.
But yeah, done a damn good show for them, that's for sure.
He's got this thing tuned in pretty good, man.
Oh yeah.
Let's go inside his truck and take the burnout with him if he's going to burn him down. He should burn him down. What's up there, Ron? Second place right there, Mike Major. Everybody giving the Snack Cake guy here a couple of donuts.
I was giving Barris their well done bumps.
There we go. Burn him down, brother.
He's definitely earned that one for sure. Dominating victory from start to finish.
Look at him burning that thing down, man. That is crazy.
Oh yeah. I'm waiting for the pop.
And Like that gauge has got to be getting pretty hot.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. There we go. We're done.
Oh. Oh, he's still going.
You just said apparently that rumor has it the Snack Cake guys are watching. So if they are watching, it's good to see you guys. You picked a damn good driver and a good league to sponsor.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, apparently he's not done at all.
No, he's not done at all. That'd be great. There he goes. All right. Not bad, man. That was a great burnout.
Absolutely, and a great race for him as well.
All right, so let's go. Let's go with our winner first.
I don't know. He's doing more burnouts again.
Is he still?
Yep.
Oh,
Maybe we should
dude,
start with that.
I thought he was done. Let me go back.
Oh no, he's still going. There we go. He blew the engine.
Yeah,
There it goes.
we're still on replay. We'll catch up in a second. Oh, there it went. It just went. All right. Let's get a word in with our winner here. Where's he at? Robert Barris. See, let's get a word in with the winner. Hey, Robert Barris, you got the SR booth. You got a copy.
I have you.
All right, dude. First of all, awesome win, man. Great race for you tonight. Started on the pole, 31 laps led. Dude, you ran a pretty smooth race. We kind of expected to see you put on a good show out there and a great burnout at the end, man. Walk us through your night, dude.
Yeah, it was just a matter of a clean qualifying lap so that I could control the pace. The pit stops, Josh came a little bit earlier than I thought, so I kind of reacted to him, and at that point it was just clean air, no mistakes, pull away and settle into a nice pace.
I'll tell you what, man, you looked real smooth. We got inside your truck a couple of times, took some laps around with you, man. You were hitting your marks really good. You seem really comfortable out here in this track. You kind of comfortable with it? You good with road course, or you just all around?
I really love the stock cars on road courses. It's an opportunity, I think, with the road course skills to have a little bit of a leg up on the oval only driver. And I have an H shifter and all of that stuff, and so just you really got to wheel these things around and shift gears, and it's just an absolute blast. These things are really not set up to do it. They're real heavy. They don't have super great brakes. They've got enough power to overpower the back tires, and so they're just a blast to drive.
And let me ask you something. We saw the track temperatures were up pretty high. Could you really feel that out there in the truck while you were out there? It didn't change a whole lot, but they were really high. It seemed like kind of excessive at some points.
Yeah, the track kept heating up, which I think several of us were talking about during practice, how hot the track was for the weather conditions we had. It didn't seem to have much variation to it. Part of it's just because the geography of the track, it takes up a lot more space than something like maybe a short track. And so the front stretch might have some shade, but the S's won't. And so it didn't really have a big effect lap to lap on how you drove the truck or your lap times. Overall, the truck had a kind of a tight condition to it, but you still had to be really careful with the brakes. I think that was more of a setup thing that again, some of us were talking about. The truck was a little unstable if you were too aggressive with the brakes. So you just had to back your corners up, be gentle with it, make your apex, and then exit off wasn't bad at all, as long as you could take care of that entry and midsection.
It definitely showed here tonight, man. 31 laps led. You had a great qualifying time, too, starting off, man. And Mike Majors seemed like he was pretty tight, pretty tough there, too, man. Ran a pretty close qualifying time to you and managed to hang on for quite a while and work his way back up to second, man. I'm sure you had to see him back there in your mirror in the beginning of the race.
Yeah, I was doing what I could to maintain pace, maintain a gap to him. At one point there, him and Josh kind of were making a little bit up, but then I think it leveled out, and then the pit stops really separated us. New tires were worth a little bit before they leveled off, and so Josh started that round, and I played it off of him, and I think Mike stuck with his original strategy, and it worked great for me. I was able to get out of the pits right in front of Josh, and one lap newer tires. I don't know fuel rise or how good of a job he was taking of his tires. That clean air helped. We were able to pull him.
Awesome. All right, man. Hey, today's race was brought to you by the Snack Cake guys. You got them on the truck, so it's cool. It's pretty awesome to see you get the win for them here too, man, and really represent. And congratulations, dude. Next week's Richmond. How you feeling?
I have a love-hate relationship with that track. I was a season ticket holder there for quite a while. We didn't renew our tickets for this year. It's about a 500-mile drive one way for us. So I missed not going to the track. In terms of iRacing, the league, I've led a bunch of laps there, bunch of poles, and have never been able to get a win there. So hopefully we can cross that one off.
All right, man. Well, listen, congratulations on the win before we let you get out of here, and look for you again next week. Anybody you want to shout out to before we let you go?
First and foremost, we got to give it a shout out to the Snack Cake guys. Be sure to check them out on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, all things social media, all things love for snack cakes. The iRacing group, everything they do to build the technology that lets us do this on a Sunday night. There's no other way that I would be able to get this kind of competition. You guys, as our broadcasting for putting this on for everybody to see, and all the drivers who came out tonight, and hopefully we put on a pretty good show.
Yeah, it was definitely a good run, man. Good race here tonight too, and not a bad turnout considering a lot of guys don't really like to race these kind of tracks that much, but not bad at all, man. And you got a 31 laps led here tonight from the pole to the checkers, man. So congratulations, buddy.
Yeah, that's what we needed, max points. I don't know. I don't think Josh got any laps led. I think Seth may have gotten a couple, so that's what we needed with 2 races to go after this is max points.
Nice. All right, man. We'll look for you at Richmond. Go celebrate, and congratulations on the win.
We're gonna go get some snacks.
I'm doing that after this, brother.
When you guys are done, come on down. We'll save you some.
All right, awesome, man. Go celebrate.
Good race, man.
All right, that was your winner. Robert Barris with the Snack Cake guys on his truck, man. Definitely pretty cool to see. Let's get caught up with Mike Major.
I'll take him, maybe.
Second place. Do you see him? Oh, there he goes.
Yeah, I got him.
All right.
Hey, Mike Major, what's up, Booth? You got a copy?
I got you.
Mate, it's good to see you up here.
Yeah, it's a road course. I love road courses. Don't like the truck at a road course, but it's a fun race. It was pretty chaotic, and setup was terrible. Thanks iRacing for giving us crap. But it was all in all, it was fun.
Yeah, how did the truck feel? You say it's like crap. Was it like really bad at entry, like loose on exit? What are we talking about here?
It was very inconsistent. The truck one lap would have tons of grip in the front. The next lap it wouldn't. You could hit your brake points exactly the same as you did the previous lap, and would either. Most of the time it was tight. I had one time where it got loose on me, and I did a nice little Tokyo drift going into one, but luckily I was able to save it. But it was very inconsistent. But tires were big again. Robert's great at saving tires and knowing when to pit and how to pit and not suck on pit road like I do.
Well, speaking of pit road, did you notice that you didn't have a problem with the pit lane? We've seen in previous races where if you park too far to the right in that stall, it says it just pretty much spits back at you. Did you know about that, or did you just got lucky?
No, I had no problems at all. This is the first race I think I can actually say I made it down pit road and didn't slide through my box too far right, too far left, too far back. You name it, I can usually do it.
Well, hey, it's definitely been a good race for you, man. You had a nice little fight between you and Josh Stewart for a while there. We saw you had pitted, way way later than him. Was it earlier? No, way
Later.
later. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was later. Sorry, I'm crazy. But yeah, you pitted way later than him. He's definitely. Do you think he's going to be able to fight back at all, or was it going to be an easy pass?
I think Josh was really good when his tires were fresh. He was probably, I know he was faster than me. He might have been a little bit faster than Robert, but the tires were pretty bad here towards the end of the run. They wore out pretty good. I mean, I'm looking at my data now. It's like the fronts were at 86, but it felt like the fronts were probably at 50, and same with the rear. The wear was just pretty crazy here. If you didn't manage your tires, you were in some trouble.
Speaking of that, is that what you were doing through this race? Were you pushing it, or were you trying to look after those tires till the end?
I run the same motto every time. I'm not here to get the fastest lap. I like to pace myself and run my race, which is why most of the time you'll see me not qualify. And today I knew qualifying was going to be big because it's not exactly an easy place to pass, especially a lot of guys have less experience on road courses and run into people that don't know how to let you by properly and stuff like that. So track position was, but everyone ran a great race. There was
Absolutely
no real issues. Everyone was super courteous. No one tried to kill each other. I kind of wish that Josh would have fought me a little harder for that position, but I get it. He burned up his tires pretty good, and still a fun little race there.
Oh yeah, we were expecting a bit more fighting, but it looks like just at the last moment he kind of realized he couldn't keep it up.
Yeah, I think
Well,
I ran him down almost. I think it was when he pitted. I think it was 5 laps earlier than me. He had a almost 11-second lead, so that's a lot to catch up. I think I don't know what he was. I thought he was going to battle me. I know Josh is a racer, and everyone else in this league's a racer. No one wants to give up positions easily.
Yeah. Well, hey man, it's been a good race for you. Like, I'm glad to see you up here. I told you we'd get you in here sooner or later, and honestly, shows you're really good on road. And we have to race you sometime, mate.
Name the time and the place and whatever car you want. If you want to, you want to race, you want to race some GT cars. I'm game. I'll race you wherever you'd like. I got setups made for all over the place.
Oh mate, I'm loving this. See, this is why us road boys are the best boys.
All right, we're gonna have to get something going, man, because I want to be down in there too.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
you just name the time, the track, the place. I'll be there.
Sounds like fun, mate. Well, hey, good to celebrate. It's been a damn good race for you. It's good to see you up here, man.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Any shout outs for us before I kick you out?
Yeah, well, obviously, I got to thank Seth and everyone in the league, all the admins. There's a lot of time put into this league, a lot of money. Great run league. As you see it just by a road course, most of these guys don't race road courses. And I thought it was an exceptional race. Got to thank you guys for the stellar broadcasting, as always. Always say it, that you guys are the best in the business. I love going back watching the races. Got to thank the Snackgate guys. And I got to thank you, Wingnut, for showing up tonight.
I was here last week. You just guys weren't racing. Come on. Oh, hey. No, you can have them now, Paul. No.
That was a good run, man, and great starting position too, man. Next week, Richmond. How you feeling about there?
Not good. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's not one of my favorites anymore. Used to be a bunch of builds back. I liked Richmond, but Richmond and Phoenix kind of threw a loop to me, man. But I think it's gonna be a good race. I think you guys are gonna have a really good time over there, man. So we're definitely looking forward to it.
Expect a lot of downshifting next weekend going into one.
Yep, absolutely. All right, man, go celebrate. Congratulations on the second place start, second place finish, man. Working your way back up there, man. Great run tonight.
Thanks, guys.
All right, let's get a word in now with our third place driver, Mr. Josh Stewart. You got the SR booth. You got a copy.
Yeah, I got you guys.
Hey, man, not a bad run for you tonight. We were watching you a little bit out there during the race, man. It seemed like you were throwing that truck around quite a bit. A little bit there towards the end, might have used them tires up, but still a good fight there between you and Mike Major, man, coming down to the end.
Yeah, I pit a little bit too soon. I think I'm not sure what lap Mike come in at, but he might have been a
I think he was
lap
about
or two
6
for extra
laps
time.
behind you.
Okay, yeah, I figured he had some pretty good tires. I seen that he's about 3 seconds back, and then all of a sudden he's right behind me. I figured just pull over and let him by. There was nothing I could do. Um, I was trying to go for a strategy, try and get in pit first, maybe uh, get out and stay in front of Robert and Mike, but they were just too fast tonight.
Well, you weren't bad, man. You had a good run going for you. You had a great start. Definitely a good run through there. We watched you, man. We watched that truck. You hear us commenting about you. Seemed like your truck, you would rock it back and forth quite a bit, left and right, man. Was that intentional, trying to get everything out of it, or is that just the track conditions?
Yeah, I was throwing it around a little bit too much. Really had to plant the nose to get it to turn. Uh, Once you got back on the throttle, felt like it just picked the front end off the ground. So you really had to, stab the brakes, set the nose, and commit to your turn.
Now, are you a road racer, or you just is it just Watkins Glen? That I know, like with me, Watkins Glen, I'm real familiar with it. We race it quite a bit, so I kind of know Watkins Glen, pretty good. You kind of know where your marks are and what you can do in certain vehicles, or you just you can do oval and road course.
Um, I run a little bit on the road course. I'm not real good at it. But I can keep up there with some of the guys, but I think I'm like a C or C class in oval or road, so I ain't got much for him.
Well, Wingnut put a little thing out there, man. We might have something coming up down the line. Put a little challenge out there for Mike Major, and I opened my mouth. I want to jump in that one too. So we might get something going here. Maybe have a fun night with everybody, man, and get out in a different car on one of these road courses and just kind of throw it around a little bit, man. So you never know.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of fun. Yeah, these trucks and oval cars, they just got a lot of weight to them. They're nothing like a Porsche or GT3 car. They don't
Mhm.
roll. So, it just feels like you're driving a dump truck really around a road course.
Well, one more question for you. Next week is Richmond. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, just take 1 week at a time. I'm not sure how far out Robert's on us now. Not sure if I can catch up with him. He definitely just keeps putting on us every week.
Yeah, it's makes you step up, man. You got a third place finish here. You definitely do good every week. We watch you out there, so you definitely put on a good race here tonight. Not bad to come out of here third and in one piece. It's a easy track to lose your way real fast and overdrive it, but you seem to do pretty good. You had a very decent run here tonight, and it looked good, man. So congratulations on that. Next week is Richmond. We'll see what's there. And before we let you go celebrate, anybody you want to shout out to?
Yeah, DieHARD Racing League for putting on the league. Everything you guys do up in the booth. Uh, Snack Cake guys for sponsoring the race, and I believe that's about it.
Yeah, the more I look at the snack cake logo up here, man, I can't wait to go eat. I'm like, dude, I got to get my sweets. But it was a great race, man. You guys put on a good show as always, man. Pretty good turnout here tonight too. I know, Seth was saying he didn't think it was really that good of a turnout, but I think it is. A lot of oval guys don't like to run road courses, but to see 18 guys come out and start this race, man, I think that's pretty good.
Oh yeah, it was a lot of fun.
All right, man. Go celebrate third place. We'll look for you next week at Richmond and see if you got anything for them out there.
All right, thanks, Paul.
All right.
See you,
Have a good
Wayne.
night. All right, Wingy. I think we got ourselves in trouble here, man, because I think we are going to be putting something together here, man. So once we find out what track and what car, I'm going to be putting in some laps so I don't come out here and just.
Oh, mate, I'm going to stack it. It's going to be a V8 supercars.
So let's go, dude. Let's put it together and get these guys going. But not a bad race here tonight, man. Real quick, take a look at the summary. We've had only 4 lead changes, which I'm surprised. I thought it was a little bit more. Even right now, the track temperature is still 110 degrees, man. We did 97 miles here. 75, Robert Barris started on the pole and takes home the win with 31 laps led. So not bad. Next week is going to be Richmond. So make sure you tune in. Tonight was brought to you by the Snack Cake guys, man. Go check them out. I know as soon as I get out of this booth, that's the first place I'm running to, man. Go grab me some snacks, man. So it'll be pretty good.
Yeah, I'm bloody hungry now too.
All right, let's run over the results, and then we'll pack it up and get out of here, man. We have... I'm sorry, go ahead.
That sounds good to me. I'll give it a start if you want, mate.
All right, yes, sir.
I got Robert Barris coming home with the win tonight. Mike Majors coming home in second, and Josh Stewart in third. That's first, second, and third on their pole start as well, so they managed to hold their positions rather well. Seth Schultz in fourth, Brad Speidel in fifth, Adam Nowinski sixth. I think he did pit at some point. Jason Muller seventh, Todd Cray 8th, Adam Matz 9th, and then Caleb Thompson in 10th.
And then you have 11th is Rob Jenkins. Bruce Pearson finishes 12th. Rusty Farrell finishes 13th. Art Peck 14th. Adam Lewis finishes 15th. Patrick DeSoner will be scored for 16th. David Camaro will be scored for 17th. And Cody Franklin rounding out the field in 18th. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast here tonight, and hope you enjoyed the race. We appreciate the Snack Cake guys coming on board and sponsoring tonight's race. And next week we will be live from Richmond, so tune in then, mark it down, come see these guys over at Richmond. Wingy, good to have you back, man. Good to see you here. And too bad for Steve. I know Steve wanted to join us up in the booth, was having some microphone issues, so hopefully he'll get that straightened out. We'll get Steve back up in the booth, but stay tuned and find out what we're going to do as far as putting something together here for some kind of a run. I know me and Winger will probably end up streaming it too from in-car, so that might be something pretty interesting to check out, you know, especially if you want to laugh. All right, everybody. Until next week, enjoy, stay safe, and we'll see you then. Thanks, Wing.
Have a good one, guys.